Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to violence.
The 40-odd-year history of D&D, and I use the term D&D as a catch-all for pretty much any pen and paper RPG set in a medieval fantasy world, has produced many hundreds of monsters to pick from. Usually, first-level adventurers are oftentimes stuck fighting the same old, somewhat boring low-level monsters, never really being truly challenged until they reach higher levels. So this is a quick list of 5 low-level monsters that you should add when creating your next D&D adventure, accompanied by a couple of explanatory notes and suggestions for the budding DM. Now, keep in mind, some of these monster suggestions will work better in some editions of the game as opposed to others, but they can all work with a bit of DM tweaking. Keep in mind, the rules of the game are more of a guideline rather than unbreakable laws. So without further ado, let's begin with the Bugbear. Despite whatever mental image you might have already conjured up of some sort of weird bear insect chimera, a bugbear isn't that. Although I'm pretty sure there has to be at least some sort of spider bear abomination in one of the many monster manuals out there. Usually people will go with the classic kobolds, orcs, goblins or hobgoblins as their main cannon fodder. And this is totally fine, these are classic staples of the game, much like skeletons, zombies and rodents of unusual size. But bugbears are an interesting spice to add to that mix. They're rather strong, travel in gangs or bands and really like to keep quiet. When they attack, they prefer to ambush and can also coordinate their attacks. These are a great challenge for a party in the beginning stages of learning how to work with each other. The Carrion Crawler. This one should be a staple for any sort of adventure that takes place underground. And seeing how most dungeons tend to be subterranean in nature, adding one of these creepy crawly overgrown centipedes shouldn't be a stretch for most settings. Keep in mind that even though they can put up quite a fight for a low-level party, they're not big on loot, so you'll be teaching the party a solid lesson. They'll learn that getting away with their characters still alive is reward in itself. The Assassin Vine. One of the more unassuming monsters you can add to your adventure for more than just a splash of what the fuck and potential strangling death. The Assassin Vine can be placed in pretty much any sort of forest, swamp, jungle setting, and as its name entails, it kills motherfuckers. Not only kills them, but is also big into recycling, so it will use their bodies as fertilizer. So in case you're DMing a more foolish type of crazy risk-taking party, let them run into an Assassin Vine and then see them spot check any plant in a 20-meter range from that moment onward. The Mimic. Wonderfully devious and difficult enemy to take down, especially if you play it right. Find a way of making the players think that they might actually be dealing with a human until it's too late and you can spring the Mimic trap on them. Due to the pervasiveness of internet memes and jokes, the Mimic disguised as a large chest could be and should be considered a cliché as far as adventure writing goes, so think a bit outside the chest when creating a Mimic encounter. It's going to be guaranteed fun. The Rust Monster. A great way of teaching your players about the precarious nature of material possessions within a fantasy world, by dissolving them while they actually wear them. Not only will they learn to care for their current level gear and make them truly appreciate any masterwork or magic item, but it's also a great way of relieving them of some of their cash if you fucked up in the first couple of adventures and gave them way too much money so that they can make it rain ale in the tavern. Besides the chance of acting as a bit of a reset for a foolhardy DM, the Rust Monster also poses a nice challenge to the party and should make for some interesting tactics in fighting it, especially if the party relied a bit too much on plate armor to absorb damage. A Rust Monster encounter will make them change their entire playstyle from that moment onward. Thanks for watching this quick video, make sure to like and share it if you found it informative. Check out the rest of my channel for many other game and movie reviews, subscribe if you like what you heard, and like the Complete Nonsense Facebook page or follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with all of my content as well as all of the other geek related stuff that I post all the time. Links are in the description. I have been StefaNonsense and I'll see you soon.